Hi everyone, welcome to the very first Sarcasmus podcast, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't think we've ever done a successful one yet and posted it. I think all of the previous ones we recorded, but we never actually posted.
We've done, I think, 3 so far.
Yeah.
And edited them, and then when it was time to upload, we're just like, it's too late.
It's too late, yeah.
It's not relevant anymore.
Well, welcome to the first released Sarcasmus podcast. I'm your host, Sarks, joined by the channel's very own Ridley, and we're going to be talking about just kind of the general climate of the gaming world in this podcast. But we're kind of going to start off with something that's just right around the corner, and we're going to talk about something that was long past gone. Well, that's not really long past gone now, but at least the issue when it spiked up in popularity is long past gone now. So the Game Awards are going to be a thing. There's a few categories, all of which I will bring up on my phone because I'm unprepared. So, in any case, Nintendo was nominated for like 3 slots for Game of the Year.
Zelda, Mario.
And was it Splatoon?
Was it?
I don't know.
It's sure.
Like, wasn't it like 3 out of 5 of the categories or something?
I was thinking about it on the way over. I was like, we're obviously going to talk about the Game Awards. We should talk about what we think is going to win each thing. And I was like, what's going to win Game of the Year? What's nominated? And then I was like, well, obviously Zelda, obviously Mario.
Yes, for sure.
I think for sure Horizon Zero Dawn will be nominated.
Oh yeah, same.
I can't think of anything else that released this year. That's like Game of the Year award.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the last Game Awards, they put games that released pretty darn close to the actual awards, and they actually made them part of the ceremony.
So you think the Xenoblade might make it in?
Well, I'm just wondering.
If it does, that's going to be rough to guess.
Yeah, seriously. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, Xenoblade just came out.
Let me just say this. I think no matter what's nominated, Nintendo's walking away with Game of the Year or something. Something Game of the Year. Nintendo's walking away with.
Oh my god.
I love Horizon, but I think that it's a Nintendo property.
Okay, so I've got everything listed out. Okay, so alright, yeah. So for Game of the Year, we have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Obviously.
We have Mario Odyssey, obviously. So that's already 2 slots Nintendo takes up for Game of the Year. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I guess I saw coming because of its popularity.
I guess, yeah.
Persona 5.
Really?
Yes.
And Horizon.
Horizon, yes.
Well, let me just say this on Persona. I love Persona. I got you into Persona. You know how much I love it.
Yes.
But when you compare that to the giant, like, the monumentalism, you know the word. When you compare that to the grandness that is Zelda or Mario, and, like, what they have changed for gaming in the future, it's got to be one of those. It can't be Persona 5.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that too, because I was, in case someone made an argument, I was thinking like, well, the last 3D Zelda game we got, like the console release, Skyward Sword, they completely missed Wii U.
Yeah.
Last giant Mario game we got, which was like an adventure, was, some would say Sunshine, some would say Galaxy, but either way, it skipped the Wii U.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there are these 2 games that have changed everything that we know about these respective franchises that came out in the same year, and they're going to change the future of all video games.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of these 2.
It's going to be one of those 2, yeah. Yeah, and I love to quote this because I saw this ages ago, and I'm sorry I can't like verbatim tell you who said this, but I love the quote that says something along the lines of like, Nintendo at this point is just competing with themselves because they release consistently like Game of the Year content like throughout this entire year, and just the fact that they have Mario and Zelda, all of the rest of the items on that list, it's like it's either Mario or Zelda, so Nintendo really is literally competing with themselves for this reward.
I've never played PlayerUnknown's Battleground. It doesn't interest me.
Me neither, yeah.
It looks kind of boring.
From what I
And I know it's like really popular with like the Twitch community.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're judging that on popularity from Twitch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I've heard a lot about it, and I've heard good things and bad things in terms of that game, because it's just, the core of it is multiplayer. And I remember people got super pissed at Fortnite because they like did the same thing or something like that.
yeah, they claimed that they were ripping off.
They were ripping off PlayerUnknown, yeah. I don't think... See, what I take this as is that PlayerUnknown's was kind of another, like, fad in the gaming world.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like, oh, not to put it on the same level, because I'm sure those of you that play it are just like, well, it's nowhere close to this kind of quality. And I'm sure it's better quality than this, but it's kind of like, reminds me of when Five Nights at Freddy's became, like, the thing, like, top-rated game on Steam, and it's like...
Yeah.
Just...
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It started dying down. I haven't seen it a lot more. I know they're like... The last time I saw it was like 2 days ago. It was like, PUBG is coming to mobile. It's like, that seems stupid.
Yeah. How is that going to work? Jeez. Yeah,
I think we're just... Time to cash in.
Yeah, because everyone knows it's popular now. And I've actually seen a few bits of merchandise at GameStop now about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So it's like starting to become...
How can you like advertise...
I don't know.
I could see a t-shirt, but I don't think anyone's going to have like a PUBG poster on their wall.
Yeah, like, that game is just pure popularity. That's the only reason why it's on this list. That's my opinion, at least.
No, I completely agree with you. Hasn't it been in like alpha for years, though?
I don't think it's even out yet. I don't think
yeah,
it's
that's
1.0.
what I'm saying. Like, why would that even be a contender?
Yeah, it's still early access.
It's not
that's
even like a finished
That's
thing.
a good point. That's a good point. 'Cause they haven't even finished the game yet. It's already on the Game Awards.
That just means when it finally comes out, they'll get nominated again, and we'll just be in the same boat.
Oh,
like
I know, right?
This year.
Yeah. I think Horizon is the only one that can hold a candle to
I was
Nintendo.
worried that like Overwatch would be nominated again. I don't know why I thought that. And then I was just like, wait, no, that came out like years ago. It should not be nominated.
Or remember when Splatoon beat Overwatch last year?
For best multiplayer.
For best multiplayer?
For best multiplayer, it beat it. But for Game of the Year, Overwatch took it.
Yeah, that's
But,
true.
I mean, it's still award-winning Splatoon.
I know. Yeah. No, and not only that, but just the core of it. It's like Overwatch is literally, the point of it is multiplayer.
Yeah.
And Splatoon beat the core of that game. And then on top of Halo 5 and Call of Duty, of course, which was a sweet victory.
I think, in terms of Halo 5, we're going back to past the Game Awards.
Yeah.
The reason Halo 5 didn't win is because it was too different. They were following the Call of Duty model.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty, everyone's sick of.
Yeah,
Everyone's sick of Call of Duty.
Yeah, remember when the Infinity War trailer came out?
It was the most downvoted thing in history.
It was crazily downvoted.
And people thought, there were people that were just like, oh, they only downvoted it because there was a woman in the trailer. It's like, no, they downvoted it because we're tired of Call of Duty games.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad to actually see that Call of Duty is like nowhere to be found.
It's
on a lot of these
slowly
lists.
teetering out.
It really is.
And I think Activision knows that, and that's why they're going to start pushing Destiny a little more now.
I hope so. I
hope so too, but I don't want Destiny 7.
Sure,
like,
yeah, I agree.
I don't want that.
Bungie used to be a team that kind of went with whatever their minds took them to.
Yeah.
So I hope they do go back to that. After they're done with Destiny, I really hope they move on to another IP. But that's getting into a different topic. Horizon Zero Dawn, as I said, I think it's the only game that can hold a candle to Nintendo at this point. All of it, like Persona 5
Horizon was already, like, compared heavily to Zelda
Breath of the
when
Wild,
that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they were, like, a week apart.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, and it's a legitimate observation because the two games did come out.
They both launched polished. They weren't.
Oh yeah, both of them were excellent games. I think the creator of Smash Brothers even made a comparison. He's just like, they're very similar but very different in a lot of different ways. I don't know. I think Horizon has a chance, but with Mario and Zelda on that list,
I think it has to be a Nintendo product.
It really does. Yeah, I honestly, let's just say Nintendo's going to win. And
Nintendo's going to win something. We can't. But if I were to ask you Mario or Zelda, which one? Then it would be like...
That's the problem, though, is because I can't choose. Because Zelda was amazing. It blew my freaking mind. And
Mario Odyssey was incredible. It's just... I'm so glad Xenoblade wasn't part of that list because that would make it harder.
I don't know what Nintendo is trying to pull with all this crap. Are they... Like, one full year of just excellent, consistent releases. Like, they can't keep this up for more years, but apparently that's their plan, because Kirby's coming up next year. Yoshi. Like... Metroid, sorry.
Metroid. I hope it comes out next year. I really want that game to come out next year, but that's another topic entirely.
Yeah, I'm sure... We'll talk about what we're expecting for the announcement, because remember, there's still...
They're announcements.
Announcements with an S, yes. So we'll get to that after we talk about the nominations. But moving on to the next section, we have Best Game Direction.
What are the qualifications? Just...
I guess it's just like which game has the coolest atmosphere, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So there's Wolfenstein 2, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Legend of Zelda, Mario Odyssey, and then Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm going to put Mario Odyssey. Mainly because Zelda was really great. It sucked me into the world. But Mario Odyssey just felt magical 100% of the time playing it. So...
I want to say it's actually between Breath of the Wild and Horizon for me. Because Horizon's world is just gorgeous. And Breath of the Wild, something that it has over Horizon is that it conveys so much beauty without having to have that much audio interference. Like, the soundtrack is mostly just kind of like little trills here and there, and then Horizon's got this orchestrated, big budget sort of orchestra. And so I feel like both of them are kind of contending because they both hone in on beauty in different ways. So I'll have to... It's between them for me. Mario Odyssey is definitely up there with me too, but they make this so hard to choose because these are all just really good games. So next we have Best Narrative. What Remains of Edith Finch.
Okay.
If you... That's a game best known on Steam for its... it's like... I don't know if you've ever seen Dear Esther before. It's like along the same sort of thing. Nier Automata, which...
The issue with Nier, though, is even though I want it to win, it's not, because it's so, like, such a niche thing.
Well, the competitors are Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Wolfenstein 2, and then Horizon Zero Dawn.
For me, it's between Senua and Wolfenstein.
Okay. For me, it's between... It's Nier. Because honestly, I haven't played enough of Horizon. If
they announce that Nier wins, I'll be just as happy because that's great.
It is great. Ooh, I'm seeing some Destiny 2 on this next session. Okay, so Best Art Direction, we got Destiny 2, Cuphead.
It's gonna be Cuphead. It's whatever. It's gonna be Cuphead mainly because everyone was only hyped for that game because of the art direction. Of the art
direction, yeah.
Like, that's the only sell people had. In my opinion, it would be Persona 5, but because everything just pops in Persona.
No, it's a very stylistic game. And then Breath of the Wild.
It's gonna be Cuphead just because everyone was freaking out because of the art style.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think Cuphead is gonna win.
I don't want it to.
I kind of do. I think they deserve that. They put a lot of work into that. Not to say that all these other games didn't put work into it, of course. I guess that's just my preference. But Horizon's on the list again, which...
Horizon is just going to be in every category.
Just in case.
It's going to be in Best Multiplayer. Watch.
Best Score Music, Destiny 2. We got Cuphead again. We got Nier, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Persona 5, and that's it.
That's so hard.
Yes, it is.
Because Destiny 2 has music that hits you in the heart.
Yes.
And Nier has just incredible music. Zelda has music.
Mario
Odyssey has music. Persona, that jazz
my
funk.
Gosh.
Like, there's so much. I can't
choose either. Cuphead. Okay, so Best Audio Design, we have Destiny 2. We have Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Hellblade. I don't need to see the rest. It's Hellblade. No, I don't need to see the rest. It's Hellblade. If you play that with headphones on, it is the best experience you could have with sound.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's a schizophrenic, so she hears a bunch of voices in her head. Oh. So the headphones, if you use like the ones that I have, they're like all over, and it's perfect. It's a requirement to play that game with headphones because of that.
Is this because excuse me, because I'm so out of loop in terms of Hellblade. This was the one where you're playing as like a Viking, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because I remember a trailer.
You're going down into their version of hell to like find your husband or boyfriend or something.
So Ragnarok or something.
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I have to check that out. What kind of game is it? Sorry to get out topic.
It's a third person. Like, think of It's third person. It's Dark Souls.
Okay.
Like that's the gameplay. It's rough.
All right. Oh, okay. I thought that was a game. That's what I was like. That. There's no way.
What actress?
Yeah, best performance. Melina Huergens, Hellblade. So okay, so she's I'm assuming as Senua.
Yeah.
Laura Bailey, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Claudia Black for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Brian Bloom for Wolfenstein 2 as BJ Blazkowicz. And Ashley Birch, Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think it's going to be Ashley.
Me too.
I hope it's Ashley.
Me too. I think it's either between Laura and Ashley for me. Laura, I don't even...
You just like Laura Bailey.
I just like Laura Bailey. I know she's good, like in everything that she does. I can't make an assessment about Wolfenstein because... Not only that, but I feel like his character is just...
He's just the...
Gruff, manly man.
Gruff McMahon, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, I actually hope that Ashley does win this award, though. That would be
too.
pretty cool. Games for Impact. So I guess which had the most, like, emotional, like, resonance.
Whatever is the most...
Like, tear-jerky, I guess.
Yeah.
Please Knock on My Door by Leveral Games. Never played it, so I can't...
This is all you, by the way, I'm sure.
Yeah. Night in the Woods. Okay. I will probably say on Twitter whether or not I agree or not with this, because Night in the Woods, I've been wanting to play ever since I saw it come out for the first time, because it looks just so stylish, and I've heard that the story just leaves people in tears. So I will leave that for when I play it. Life is Strange Before the Storm.
No.
Bury Me, My Love. Do you know what that's about? Me neither. What Remains of Edith Finch. So that's that thing. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. So far from what you've told me, I feel like Senua has a really good chance. And then why not Life is Strange? Isn't that like a... Just
the writing is... Like, the story is fine, but the writing itself is really cringy. So it takes you out of feeling anything when you hear like, oh, hella wicked, bro. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling like once I play Night in the Woods, I'll have a better idea, because apparently that's super...
Life is Strange should have the subtitle Time Traveling Lesbians. That's what...
Okay. Sorry. Best ongoing game. Warframe. So best ongoing game, Warframe. And I could see that because I saw Warframe blow up. Rainbow Six Siege, which... What?
No, that game is blown up too.
Oh, really?
That game launched poorly, but because of thanks to Ubisoft, like with free content, it's going back up.
Oh, okay. I thought it tanked. So
it did at first.
Overwatch. So there's that. Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny 2, and PUBG.
Overwatch.
It's either. I mean, like we know, Overwatch is going to win.
It's going to be Overwatch,
but. I
would like to see Warframe get it, because I think Warframe deserves more than what it's...
Yeah, I've heard Warframe is like if you like Destiny, you'll like Warframe, in other words. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So, best mobile game, Fire Emblem Heroes, Super Mario Run, Old Man's Journey, Monument Valley 2, Hidden Folks.
I'm going to say... Fire Emblem, mainly because that is just a Fire Emblem game.
Yes.
Like, it's not watered down or anything. It's just a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah. I'm going to say Fire Emblem Heroes, too, because that's just, as you said, I don't think any of these games kind of hold water to that level of, like, it's just, we're going to put this game on a
What are we doing
nominating
mobile games in the first place?
I know. I don't know why we got in the business of doing this.
In all honesty.
I'm kind of surprised that Animal Crossing isn't up here, but I guess it's too soon.
I think it's too soon, yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to go with Heroes. Best handheld game. So we have Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. That
came out?
Yes. Monster Hunter Stories, Metroid Samus Returns.
Samus.
Ever Oasis and Fire Emblem Shadows
Okay,
of Valentia.
well, it's going to be between Fire Emblem and Metroid, I think. But I think Metroid's going to take it mainly because how long it's been since we got a Metroid game. That's kind of helped it.
I'm just consistently... I mean, I'm not baffled, I guess. Not surprised, but I'm just more of like, wow. Nintendo has slots everywhere.
This is it. This is all Nintendo. Nintendo's taking this.
That's amazing. Yeah, I would put
I mean,
my vote
who's their competition? The Vita?
Right? Exactly. They don't have much competition in the handheld range. Yeah, I would say Shadows of Valentia, but damn, is Samus Returns actually
Metroid
really
was
good?
Just perfect, I thought.
I haven't played it. I wish I could make an assessment on Monster Hunter, but I haven't played
played
enough
like
of it.
2 hours of it, and it's really good, but it's not award-winning status good.
Yeah, best VR and AR game. Oh, for goodness sake,
Who cares?
We can't make an assessment on that because we just
Overwatch.
Best action game. So there's Prey, Neo, Destiny 2, Cuphead, and Wolfenstein 2.
I'm gonna say Wolfenstein 2. Wolfenstein 2 had some amazing action, like, scenes in it.
I would say Destiny 2 was good in terms of, like, I guess consistently action-oriented, but it kind of, like, there was never any points where, you know, things were just so insane. Like, every level, you're generally doing the same thing. So you're just kind of running and gunning. And then you get the amazing intro sequence, and then you get the amazing conclusion of the game. So I feel like it only shines in 2 areas, and I've heard like every other level in Wolfenstein 2 is like some crazy bombastic, like...
It's really action-packed, so it would make sense for that to win. I don't know why Prey 2 is there. Prey is boring.
I haven't played it yet.
It's a game where you smack lamps around.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun.
Sounds actiony. We have Best Action Venture Game. So we got Uncharted, Lost Legacy, never played it. Assassin's Creed Origins, never played it. Breath of the Wild.
Nintendo's going to take this one too.
And Mario Odyssey.
I think it's going to be Zelda. Because that's just...
And Horizon again.
I think it's going to be Zelda.
I think it's going to be Zelda too. I think... wait. Yeah, it's going to be Zelda. Because Action Adventure, come on. Like, that has to be Zelda.
That's that game's blood.
Oh my god. Nintendo is going to win so many awards.
I know.
Like, wow. You know what's interesting? Is that I'm pretty sure Nintendo, like, knows they're going to win. Like, they have to know. Because they're just like, oh yeah, we're going to...
I hope that's not the reason that they invited all those people, though.
Yeah.
Just to, like, go, you guys should come to the awards for free. We're going to win a bunch of awards. We want you to be there. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that's not the reason. It's because they
Well, I just find it funny because when they're just like, oh, we're going to reveal some announcements over at the Game Awards, that implies that they're already going to be on stage to do that.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, we're going to be on stage anyway. We're going to, like, we're going to have...
Thanks for the Game of the Year award. Here's a new trailer.
Yeah, I know, right? Best RPG. So we got South Park. We got...
Persona 5.
Final Fantasy 15, Divinity Original Sin 2, Nier Automata, and then Persona 5.
My money is on Persona 5.
I think it's been because of popularity-wise. I
think Final
15.
Fantasy has a chance to
Yes.
go there, but you got to understand that Persona is also a very popular franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say it's between those two. Personally, I would say I feel like Persona 5 is like the best one out of the list just because it kind of personifies RPGs.
Yeah, that's kind of like...
It's like the RPG of RPGs.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just seems so definitively RPG.
Here's what I could speak on now.
Best fighting game. So we have Tekken 7. We have Nidhogg 2. Really? Okay.
Well, it's an indie game, and they have to have as many as they can.
That's true. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2, and ARMS.
You see, the thing is, I think it's going to be Tekken 7 or Injustice 2. Those are the two that are fighting for it, I think. Because I wonder if we're going to get the question, do you think ARMS would win? No. ARMS is not going to win Best Fighting Game.
By popularity, it's already at a disadvantage. I think people forgot about that game. As unfortunate as it is, I feel like
even
that's
just mechanics and...
It's too casual.
It's
and I don't
way
wanna,
too casual. And
I don't
that's
want to
not,
like sound
that's not a
debilitating.
knock against the game at all. It's never going to have the Marvel vs. Capcom moments or the Tekken moments where everybody stands on their feet and cheers like mad dogs.
Yeah.
Like, it's never going to have that moment.
Yeah, ARMS is good. It's just not
It's good.
best
It's
fighting
just
game
not
good.
best fighting game material.
Yeah. Oh, this one's a cool one. So we got where did I lost it? Oh, best family game. So we got Splatoon 2, we got Sonic Mania, we got Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Splatoon 2. I think it's going to be Splatoon 2.
I think so too.
Just because that's such like a good game that parents can play with their children.
I think it's going to be between Splatoon and Mario plus Rabbids. Because I feel like that made a pretty big splash.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey, I feel like, is kind of...
I don't think it's going to win Best Family Game.
Yeah, because, you know, it is a family game.
Well, yeah, anything
But
with the E title is a family
game. I feel like our generation appreciates that more than, like...
Kids do.
The kid, yeah.
So...
I don't know. I could be completely misobserving that, but that's just what I see. Mario Kart 8, gosh, this is kind of rough. Sonic Mania, I don't see.
The reason I'm not counting Mario Kart 8 is because that was very... Let's speak technically. That was a game that was on the Wii U. Mm-hmm. That's a, 2-year-old game?
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to count that. I don't think that should win.
Yeah, I don't think it should
I don't think Definitive Editions or HD Editions should be on nominations, unfortunately.
Yeah, me neither. It was like a re-release. So, and not only that, but I feel like if it were to win, that would just like completely... I feel like that'd be kind of a slap in the face to the games that actually did come out this year.
Yeah.
Sonic Mania, I don't think is going to win for the same reason I don't think Mario Odyssey is going to win, is because it's for a completely different generation. It's like for people that played the original Sonic games and were just kind of like... Yeah, so I don't think Sonic Mania has a chance with that. Let's see, next section, Best Strategy Game. We got XCOM 2... We got Tooth and Tail. We got Total War, Warhammer 2, Halo Wars 2, and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
It's going to be Mario plus Rabbids.
Same here. It's going to be Mario plus Rabbids.
Just because.
It has to be.
What is this racing game?
Best sports/racing game. So Project Cars 2, Pro Evolution Soccer, NBA 2K18, GT Sport, Forza Motorsport, and FIFA. Let's just skip that.
Yeah, I think they're all EA, so who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Whatever. Okay, so best multiplayer. This is going to be interesting. So we got Fortnite, we got Call of Duty World War II, we got Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny 2, and PUBG.
I think that one's going to go to PUBG.
Because of sheer popularity.
Yeah. I think that's where PUBG is going to take it.
As much as I want Splatoon to win best multiplayer
again,
second year in a row. Yeah, I think you're right.
They have way too many nominations, by the way. This is ridiculous.
They do.
I thought we were like more than halfway done, and he scrolled through his phone, and there's like a list of like 20 more. It's like, oh, good.
This is going to take a while. And just imagine the dance numbers in between all these nominations. Like, oh.
Yeah.
It's going to be a ride.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see what awful music choices he picks this time. Because... Jeff Keighley just doesn't get it. I also want him to be drunk, like he was in 2015.
He's such a...
He's kind of like... not to be mean, Jeff. I love you. But you're kind of like a fake human being.
He's such a bizarre creature. Anyway, most anticipated game. Provided, or presented by McCafe.
Good.
Thanks, McDonald's. Last of Us Part 2. Red Dead Redemption 2, Jesus. Monster Hunter World, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War.
Okay. Well, here's the funny thing, is that this is a PlayStation exclusive. This is a PlayStation exclusive. That's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think PlayStation's going to get it. I know people are really excited for Red Dead 2, but I'm going to put it on Spider-Man just because. That is like, you look at that Spider-Man trailer and you just feel hype.
Yes.
Like you're just in there.
I feel like...
I don't know why Monster Hunter World is on the list. I'm excited for it. But it's not award-winning quality.
Yeah. I want to say, because of fans, it's going to be either between Red Dead or Spider-Man.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Spider-Man has my money for sure.
Yeah.
Because, you're right. That trailer's hype. Okay, so best indie game. So we got Pyre. Yes.
I can already guess what you're going to say.
So glad. Okay, so Night in the Woods, Cuphead, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade. Oh, I didn't know Hellblade.
I don't think Hellblade is going to win.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that was an independent production. That's interesting. I'm already going to say Pyre, just right off the bat. It's Transistor. Before Supergiant Games made Pyre, Transistor was my favorite game ever. Then they made Pyre, and now Pyre is my favorite game ever. This studio is just freaking amazing.
I think it's going to be Cuphead. Because of the sheer hype.
Yeah.
But from what you've told me about Pyre, it's a much more, like, grounded game, and, like, there's more stuff in it.
Yes.
And there's just more...
Cuphead's very one-trick pony, and Pyre is...
It's just difficulty. Cuphead is just difficulty. That's what its claim to fame is.
Yeah.
That and the animation style, which isn't even that hard to replicate.
I agree that I'm pretty sure Cuphead's going to win, but gosh, I hope Pyre wins. Best student game. Interesting. Was this ever a nomination?
Skip.
Like,
we gotta save time. We can't waste our time.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, jeez.
We're keeping that in, by the way. I know people aren't going to be able to tell, but I'll know.
So if you guys are with like on your desktops, like scrolling through the nominations with us, you'll know why that reaction was the way that it was. But
trending gamer.
I'm just going to skip this.
Well, no, I want to hear the nominations and see if we can.
Okay,
because it better be Ethan and Ela.
So we got Steven Spahn.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, me neither. Mike Grzis, whatever.
Never heard of him.
We've got Guy Beam. Oh, Dr. Disrespect. Okay. Clint Lexa, Half Coordinated, and Andrea Renee, What's Good Games.
These are trending gamers?
The only one I've heard of is Dr. Disrespect.
I think in my mind, the trending gamer goes to Vinny from Vinesauce.
He really should get it, but
he really should, but they never will because he wouldn't like sell his soul to them.
Okay. So I guess we got best esports. We got Rocket League, League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Geo, and Overwatch again.
I think it's going to be Overwatch again.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Overwatch. Overwatch or League, either one.
I think you should be allowed to win one nomination per game.
Yeah.
Like you could have one game win multiple nominations, but when you're just like, oh, we're going to nominate Overwatch for best multiplayer again for the 4th year it's been out. I know it hasn't been 4 years, but we're going to nominate that game again. Like, no, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I think the rest is literally just like, oh, nominated esports players, best esports team, best debut indie game. Oh, okay, so I guess that's good. Ooh, Slime Rancher, Mr. Shifty, Hollow Knight, Golf Story, and Cuphead. Okay, so this is for me. Slime Rancher is freaking awesome. I love Slime Rancher, and it's the most adorable thing I've ever played. Never played Mr. Shifty, but I've never played the actual game, but I played a demo of it, and I really liked it. Hollow Knight is unbelievably impressive for what it does. It's basically like an Ori mixed with Dark Souls. As weird as, and I hate to like do the whole
everything is common.
Everything is Dark Souls, but the main mechanic is that you basically collect the like embodiments of the enemies you kill, and then when you die, those embodiments are left at your death spot, and then you can pick them up after you revive. So that's literally the mechanic. Yeah. And then Golf Story, I've been wanting to play that game ever since I heard about it. A golf RPG with drama and romance. Come on. That's amazing. Who can claim to... I remember there was like one other golf RPG in history, but I never played it. And then there's Cuphead. So... I mean, like, Cuphead has a lot of nominations. I don't want it to win, but I'm pretty sure it's going to win that.
It's going to win that.
I would say just out of pure want, I would be like, yeah, Slime Rancher, because Slime Rancher is amazing. And then there's this is our last nomination, by the way, best Chinese game.
Best Chinese knockoff game.
I know, what is this? It's like a bootleg... like nomination or something?
I'm really curious to see what's nominated because I've never heard of just Chinese game as a category.
Yeah, okay. Why are they so special? So we got Monument Valley 2, J/3 HD, Jury Pick, Icy.
I've played Icy.
Oh, or Gumballs.
I've played Icy.
Icy.
I like that. It's like a 2D hack and slash.
Well, I have
That's pretty
no...
fun. It's pretty fun. It's not the best 2D hack and slash, but it's pretty fun.
I'm still baffled as to why that's a nomination. Like, why is that
why Chinese games are a nomination?
That's like, okay.
We should just cut every nomination per like country.
I have a feeling that they just...
Japanese game.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Best European game.
I feel like they
Best Polish game. It's just Witcher every time.
I know, right? I feel like they make like an over excessive nominations because they want the thing to go on longer because money.
Because money, and so they can have more stupid interludes with bad music.
With bad music, yeah.
Like, I remember last year, like in 2015, I think they had like churches, and that was awful because it was just like a guy DJing music that was like in a really slow beat, and he was going like bouncing all over the place. It's just like, that doesn't fit. And then a really bored, soulless girl just singing into the microphone. She's like, this is awful. And then I remember you and I were constantly texting each other at last year's.
Yes.
And they had the guy who did the soundtrack for Doom, and I was excited because Doom has really good music.
Yes.
And then he goes on to play the worst song that I didn't even know was in Doom.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to play like the horde music when you're in like locked in a room with a bunch of monsters, and then like crazy guitar solos are going off and stuff. I thought they were going to play that. Then my excitement would be justified. After he was done, I felt like an idiot because here I am, like, hyping it up to you, and it's just, like, the worst music ever. It was just like, oh, way to make a liar out of me.
Yeah, last year's was...
And they had, like, two rappers who were just, like, cursing the whole time, and that was their song. And we were just, like, texting back and forth, like, this is a thing that we're watching.
This is gaming.
This is gaming. And it's just... I think the best musical performance, even if I don't care about him, was like Deadmau5. And he was just playing like remixes of Mario World and like Zelda. And it's just like, that makes sense.
Because gaming. Yeah.
Like they could have someone come out and like do like a Halo theme in an orchestra. Make perfect sense.
Yeah.
You can have... But we're trying to get all these like really hip music people. It's just like they're all awful.
It's too doing an orchestra at the Game Awards would be too classy for Jeff Keighley.
It would be too classy for a man who I assume drinks really poor liquor. So
he's just.
I'm sorry I'm on that, but it was so great to like if you watch there's YouTube videos where it's just like the Game Awards 2015 in a nutshell. And if you watch that, you could slowly see Jeff Keighley getting more and more trashed as the night goes on. And it's just perfect. There's scenes where someone's talking to him and he's just like staring at their stomach because he has like no awareness of where he is. There are scenes where his eyes are like, he's talking in the mic. And it's just like, dude, go home. Bring someone else up. Go home.
Man.
And then like that was the year that like Hideo Kojima wasn't allowed at the Game Awards because the next year Hideo Kojima came and he wasn't drunk.
He was crazy.
So it was just like, was this man literally drinking because his buddy couldn't come to the Game Awards?
He was
like
just
he just so sad?
Aw, poor Jeff. Oh man,
I'm sorry.
That was Jeff's an interesting.
So I kind of hope that he gets drunk again. And just waddles off the stage like a penguin.
You know what's kind of interesting is that I feel like Nintendo has so many like nominations that they should just host their own Game Awards at this point.
The reason that won't happen is because then it would be just bias. People would just be like, they're just biased to their own games. It's like, well, what else is competing?
With
in all honesty.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yesterday they announced that one of the swords... One of the blades from Xenoblade is from a game called Xenosaga, which I have no idea if it's affiliated with Monolith Soft. I played it years ago. It was on PS2. But like one of the blades is called Cosmos, which is the main like robot from those games. And all the comments were just like, PlayStation users must be so salty right now, and PlayStation users their only exclusive that they got is Destiny 2 and Gran Turismo. Everything else is for Nintendo. And I was just like, what? Because that's not true. There are plenty of great exclusives.
Yes. That's just mean-spirited, man.
That's just mean-spirited. And I don't think anyone cares about a character being exclusive to this game when the last game that came out for was on the PlayStation 2. I think it's pretty irrelevant now. People have completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about it until I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. I have no drive to go and play the old ones, but I think it's cool that Cosmos is back.
It's a nice reference.
So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, fans... They can be so finicky
I think that's
sometimes.
my only irritation with like Nintendo right now. It's just that the fans of it are just... Nintendo's the best. Everyone else does nothing close to them.
Yeah.
They don't even have good exclusives. And it's like you look over at like...
Sony.
You look over at like
seconds.
Bloodborne. It's just like...
Yeah.
Or like Horizon. Like you look at Horizon, Bloodborne... Like console exclusive Neo.
When it teeters on like elitism, that I just hate that so much.
And I think someone pointed out the best reasoning that is, and that's because like either they or their parents were only willing to buy them one console, so they feel like they have to defend this one console with their life.
Yeah, well, I mean that, and you know, there are those folks that were part of our generation that are just kind of riddled with nostalgia, so they feel like they have kind of a dedication to that. Nostalgia's
fine. I was nostalgic for Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
But I could still understand, hey, there are some flaws that carried over from the classics.
Games, yeah.
Like, there's still flaws in there. It's not a perfect game.
Sure.
So, I'm able to, like, be nostalgic for something, but still look at it through the lens of, has this improved? Has this aged well? It's like, not really.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great game. It's fun, but it's like you compare it to like other 3D platformers today. It's like it doesn't really hold up.
Yeah. Yeah, I could say the same thing with Sonic Mania too. There's a few issues that carry over because of the like we want to keep this so true to the originals that it kind of like breaks some parts of it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
that's another conversation though. There's just all these conversations because there's a video that we should make that's just like a conversation about Sonic.
Yeah.
Because like there's so much that they can do to just fix Sonic, 3D Sonic. Because they don't need to really fix 2D Sonic because Sonic Mania was just...
It was perfect. Yeah.
So...
Yeah, no, and yeah, we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah.
But yeah...
we wanted to talk about Nintendo for the Game Awards.
Pretty much.
Because they invited people... I guess it was like a sweepstakes or an auction or something where they invite people in to watch. And everyone's speculating that it's for announcements. And that makes the most sense, like in all honesty. And big announcements too.
Didn't they do a trailer for... didn't they do a Game Awards trailer for the Zelda DLC last Game Awards?
I think that was E3.
Was it E3?
Because the last Game Awards, the game wasn't even out. They just showed... gameplay, remember? So right. I was thinking like, what could they show? And the first thing on my mind, and this was just my wishful thinking, was an HD Prime trilogy, which very low chances, I think. Another thing that came to mind, what would be a big enough game that people have been asking for to invite people in specifically? Because they haven't done that for 15 or 17.
Yeah.
They haven't done that. This is the first year they're inviting people in.
Yeah.
What's a big enough game that people have been asking for? I was like, Pikmin. That's like the big thing that everyone's asking for right now. Like that would be explosive. And I know people would say, yeah, they'll save Pikmin for their own thing. But this is huge too. Like the Game Awards is a huge deal too.
I would say
there are people that don't even know that directs happen, but these people will know that the Video Game Awards happen because it's advertised on every single console and stuff.
And social media too.
Yeah, so I think that might be a small chance that happens too.
Yeah, I think Pikmin 4 is... I didn't think about that.
Because we know it's been worked on.
Yeah,
we know they're working on
years
it
now.
We know, like, Miyamoto has made comments about it constantly.
Yeah, I would like that, and I hope to goodness golly that it happens. But there's the Pikmin cynic in me that's always like, it's just they're not going to release it.
The thing about being a fan of Nintendo is that you always have this cynicism tied to your hope.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it won't happen.
Yeah, there's no way.
It won't happen. And then it happens, though. Like, Prime 4, I didn't think that was going to happen.
No, not only Prime 4, but 2 Metroid announcements in the same E3.
Yeah. That was just wishful thinking in my mind. But
one Metroid game was wishful thinking.
One Metroid game was wishful thinking. The other was an impossibility. So...
Yeah, I mean, so it could very well happen. This morning I was talking to Clover about this over breakfast. F-Zero hasn't happened yet for the Switch.
That's right.
And it hasn't happened actually for several generations now. So...
F-Zero would be... I think anything old Nintendo would be great.
Yeah.
Like...
Bring back...
Even if it's just like, hey, guess what, guys? We have only one announcement. Sorry. Virtual Console's coming out. It's coming out tomorrow.
I'd be down.
Like, that would be worth it enough. It's just like, we're going to have 20 SNES games, like 30 GameCube, or not 30 GameCube, but like 30 NES games or something, or like Wii games, and like 15 GameCube games.
Oh my god.
And Mario Sunshine and Thousand Year Door on the list.
Oh,
it's like,
that would be amazing. Not to mention that you can actually use a GameCube controller with the system.
Like, how? Why would you do that? I know there were some comments that were just like, it's just because they're making a new Smash. Why in the world would you make a game console compatible with older technology for one game?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, the good thing with Nintendo is just that no matter what they announce, you know it's going to be good. So at least we're not going to be sad.
We might be disappointed if it's just like, hey, we're here to tell you you can play as Birdo in the new Yoshi game. Peace out.
Okay.
Well, they did that for 2015, I think it was, for Donkey Kong, where they're just like, we're here to announce you can play as Cranky Kong. Peace out.
Oh, and Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, it was just like, what?
I mean, you know what? I don't feel like there's any room for that because they haven't even announced the actual they showed like maybe 30, 45 seconds of footage for the new Yoshi game. So at this point, really, like a trailer for the new Kirby, a trailer for the new Yoshi,
release dates would be nice too, maybe.
Exactly, a trailer for Metroid Prime.
I don't think we're going to get a trailer for Metroid Prime. If anything, we'll probably just get like a 5-second longer trailer of what we've already got.
Yeah.
So
showing like Samus's helmet or something.
Showing like that, or like her ship flying in the back or something.
Yeah.
Or like her ship flying in the back with Silex's ship following.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's what it has to be. People have asked, like, what would it be? It's like the third one to end on a... Never mind.
That and didn't Federation Force also hint towards that too? Yeah. So yeah, there's.
So it's just, I need that game. You asked me. We're gonna get back on topic, but you asked me if I would buy a Switch Metroid console. Mm-hmm. I said yes, but like part of me hopes that doesn't happen because I would lose sleep over like having to reserve it at the day of and stuff. Like I don't want to deal with that stress. Yeah. I just want the.
I think the worst it'll be is that like they'll probably either have a Pro Control or colored Joy-Con, and they reproduce those like mad. So I think we'll be fine on that front.
If they announce like Prime 4 Collector's Edition. Whew. That would, like...
Mama, you know...
I would cancel everything.
You know our guys at GameStop are going to hook us up, though.
Yeah,
you know.
Hopefully.
When have they ever let us down?
No, it's not that they let us down, but it's Nintendo itself, where they're just like, this collector's edition is online only.
Yeah.
And they sell out in like 2 minutes. It's just like, well... Yeah. When they go to sale? 2 a.m. That's like, true. What?
Yeah. Oh, jeez, I hope that doesn't happen. But... In any case, really, I feel like my 3 mainest things that I would want would be... Well, okay, I'm going to start with 3 things that are, like, let's be realistic about it. 3 things that are just kind of wishful thinking. I'll start with the realistic things. I would say Metroid, because I actually do think that it's been long enough for them to say something about it.
Especially if they said, like, 2018.
Yeah.
Like, they have to be far enough in it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, my wishful thing, my cynicism in me is just like, no.
Yeah. It's the same thing with me and Pikmin, too. Like, it's just kind of like, I can't, but maybe. Because you don't want to get your hopes up and then have them get dashed, you know. I want to say something having to do with the Breath of the Wild DLC.
For sure. They have to announce that. They have to show that.
We don't know anything
because
about
we don't know anything about it. We don't know when it comes out other than December.
And it's December today. It is December.
Yes, today is December. They're probably just going to be like, hey, it comes out tonight. Well, we're watching this. We can't go play it now.
I know. Thanks, Nintendo.
Especially if we stream it, it's just like we're doubly screwed because then we can't go anywhere.
Right. And then something for Kirby. I want to say Kirby stuff.
I think Kirby. I think after this they should take a little break from Kirby.
Me too.
I'm kind of tired of seeing new game trailers every E3 and like directs and stuff. Like I'm just like, can we stop?
Yeah.
Try to break for a bit.
I think after Kirby Star Allies they need to just kind of like if they were to do like an air ride or something, I'd be down with that.
If they do an air ride, that would justify making another Kirby. Awesome. But like the 2D adventures where it's just like, okay, please stop for a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I like the giant wooden tree.
Wispy Woods.
Wispy Woods.
Yeah.
But I've seen him like 30 times. He's a tree.
Yeah, I think Kirby's going to be that whole thing where it's like no one's even conceptualizing the next Zelda game right now because it's just so big that it's like it feels kind of like
I'm sure they're
to contemplate it at this point.
I'm sure they're already sitting in a meeting like what's next.
Oh, well, sure.
Because they have to start, especially with the plans that they're having where it's just like quality game, quality game, quality game.
Right.
They have to have.
They've changed their business model. Yeah, they've got to have quality stuff all the way. Do you think we might get like a new game announcement? Like not necessarily like a new IP, but like a completely new game that hasn't been announced yet.
I think so. I think the chances of that are better than like Virtual Console, to be honest.
Oh man, that sucks.
I would love Virtual Console, but I mean the biggest complaint or the biggest like justification they had was like the controller inputs and stuff, like all available, like the NES controllers with like the HDMI ports.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they could possibly announce for a new game, but I want to put my money on either Pikmin or F-Zero.
It's just gonna be oh hey, we got little robot Rocco.
Chibi Robo, yeah.
Chibi Robo for the Switch. Buy yours today and get a golden amiibo.
They destroyed that franchise. It's
awesome.
They killed it.
They killed it. They took it out back and put a shotgun.
It's just gone. It's nowhere to be found now.
We're only so lucky that like every other game that they've tried, like Metroid and Hey Pikmin, didn't meet the same fate for the other franchises.
Oh goodness! Hey Pikmin was not bad. Thank goodness. Because if it was bad, then I would be worried. But it wasn't bad. It was average. But oh geez,
I mean, it didn't sell amazingly well. So
no, it didn't. Well, here's to a Pikmin 4. Because goodness golly, that if that doesn't happen, if they're just like, oh yeah, Pikmin 4 is canceled because Pikmin 3DS didn't get like enough sales or something like that, I feel like.
We were 2 months away from. We were 2 months away from announcing it, and then we saw the sales numbers, and we were like, scrap it.
Oh my gosh, that would kill me inside. Clover, I know, wants an Animal Crossing Switch game, but I don't think we'll get that
because the mobile just came out.
Yeah, it seems too soon for that to happen. I mean, they could ride the hype train for it and just go straight through, I guess, but
just Animal Crossing, the Wii U game for the Switch.
Oh, the Amiibo Festival.
Amiibo Festival.
Oh no, I hope not. Yeah, I think they know after making.
We might see maybe a new No More Heroes trailer. Maybe. That's another one. That's
good point. Yes, I didn't think about that. You know what's
that one's like rising popularity too.
Did Let It Die come out this year?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm surprised it didn't get a nomination. Seems like it made like
I think I mean, it's Suda 51. It's too
obscure.
It's too obscure.
The games, those are basically the games. I don't think I even was organized about the way I just listed them out. But unrealistically, I honestly, it has to be something like a new IP is my first unrealistic expectation, because I don't think they're going to do like another new IP. I think
they already had a new IP this year. So.
Yeah, that's out of the question for me. A lot of people. So the only reason why I'm saying this, because I heard a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, is that they're going to be doing like a Splatoon thing. But they just had a Splatoon huge like announcement for all that stuff. I think
Splatoon information, unless it's Splatoon 3, which is not going to happen. I mean, Splatoon 3 will happen, but not this year. Like, we're not getting an announcement.
Sure, yeah.
But, here's our next weapon update. I think that should all be saved for directs.
Yeah, and they just did that like a few weeks ago, so. And then thirdly, I would have to say, what am I most cynical about right now? I don't know.
Metroid Prime 4 release date, like, solid.
Yeah, Metroid...
And gameplay trailer.
Metroid's half and half for me. Like, if they were to do if they were to release, like, Prime... Like, a Prime HD, I could see that falling into the realm of realism. But if they were to do Metroid Prime, like, 4, like, full-on, like, 2.5-minute trailer or whatever.
Yeah.
That
well, I wouldn't even watch it at that point, because I want nothing to do.
Oh, you want... Yeah.
I want nothing to do... I'm going full Arlo with this. I want nothing to do with any of the trailers. I just know I'm going to get it. Like I said on Twitter when it was announced, I was just like, let me know if there's a collector's edition. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all the info I want.
Yeah. Well, did you want to give a few predictions, or do you think you made yourself clear enough?
I've made myself clear enough of what I want and what I think is in the realm of possibility.
All right, so it looks like that'll do it for today's podcast. So thanks, guys, for listening, and look forward to the Game Awards with us. We should be streaming that. I was really hoping that we could get around to it, so expect it, but you will get an announcement video from me. So just so you know, if you don't get that video, it's not happening, because we actually have a few things that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
In behind the scenes.
I mean, I think it's only going to be like 2 hours long at the most.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too. It shouldn't be too time consuming. So yeah, you should expect that. But in any case, thank you guys for listening again. We'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
See you guys.